man. This hot right here.
When Ice Cube, yeah, the same West Coast legend who gave us No Vaseline, one of the coldest diss tracks in hip-hop history, takes a break from running his empire just to call you out. You already know you crossed the line in a major way.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
That's exactly what happened when Aries Spears decided to go off on Big Boy's neighborhood. He wasn't just talking slick, he came for Cube's entire legacy. The music, the movies, the impact. Aries tried to clown all of it. He straight up called Ice Cube trash, both as a rapper and as an actor. Crazy, right?
Hey, Daddy, put hands on you, give you real black eyes. Come on, don't do that. And that's the truth. I mean, I've had about a...
Cube wasn't having any of it. He fired back, saying Aries is irrelevant, not funny, and doesn't even crack the top 10 when it comes to black comedians. A scold response. But then, boom, 50 Cent caught wind of the clip, and you already know what that means. 50 jumped in like a shark smelling blood, laughing at the chaos because drama? That's his favorite sport. Aries Spears just became the next target.
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing else.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know.
What started as a simple conversation about rap rankings went completely off the rails the moment Aries opened his mouth. The second Cube's name came up, Aries flipped the switch and unleashed a wild rant. No pause, no respect, just pure venom. And then he crossed the line even further. He had the nerve to trash "It Was a Good Day" like it wasn't one of the most legendary tracks in hip-hop history. That's straight-up West Coast blasphemy.
Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now?
Let me tell you, Big Sean did a great joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that butt.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you...
Big Boy's co-host tried to ease the tension with a laugh, but Aries? Nah, he just kept pushing it. Then he pulled out this bizarre Ice Cube as a gynecologist impression that left everyone frozen in secondhand embarrassment. Aries was cracking himself up, but the room? Dead silent. Not a single laugh. Still, he couldn't stop talking. 1 minute he's clowning Cube, the next he's taking wild shots at Tupac like, bro, what are you doing?
Watch the comments. Now, when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, you know, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list. Right. I don't ever put Pac up there with...
Aries Spears didn't just throw shade. He scorched the entire West Coast in one sitting. That's straight up career suicide. And the wildest part? He knew it. Mid-rant, he looked straight into the camera with that smug grin, like he was daring the whole industry to cancel him. Bold move, but the blowback hit like a tidal wave. One fan even tweeted, "I love Aries' talent, but bro..."
The greatest lyricist. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss. My lyrics spit it.
He wasn't just a lyricist, he was energy. He was passion. He made you feel every word. When he said tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. When he dropped Dear Mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you talk lyricism, you mention Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss, real spitters. So that Ice Cube slander? Nah, that's a no dash go. Another fan clapped back even harder, tweeting, "This is why Aries ain't got no weight." Acting like Cube or Pac weren't lyrical is wild. Sounds like he's just salty New York lost the crown back in the 80s and 90s. The internet wasn't having it. But Aries had no idea the real storm was just getting started. The legends he dissed weren't about to let that slide. Usually big names ignore the noise and let the internet do its thing. But not this time. Ice Cube stepped out like a boss ready for war. He came straight for Aries' neck, not just questioning if he was funny, but if he was even relevant.
A comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing
Is
that
he
you...
a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so.
Then Cube twisted the knife even deeper, shredding Aries' entire career from top to bottom. No filter, no sympathy. Just straight truth bombs. And that's what separates Cube from everybody else. He's a certified OG with decades of power moves to back it up. From ghostwriting for Endolio to dropping No Vaseline, a diss so brutal it became hip-hop history, to producing Friday and launching the Big Three League. Cube's legacy speaks louder than words. He's a mogul with receipts, not excuses.
You know what he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. And I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that, you know, they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians. You know what I mean? In the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register. What up?
But instead of reading the room, Aries went and doubled down, like the entire internet hadn't just roasted him alive. This man jumped right back on camera, still talking reckless. It's like he wanted the smoke, still mocking Cube, still pressing buttons, still refusing to chill, but then came the twist. This wasn't just about Cube anymore. While Aries was out here burning bridges, 50 Cent was sitting somewhere in a luxury suite, watching the chaos unfold with that trademark grin. And guess what? Aries had already thrown shade at him too. Now, if there's one thing we know about 50, he never misses a chance to clown somebody falling apart. Fans thought he'd let it slide, but nope. Out of nowhere, 50 dropped one of his classic sneak diss clips. No names, no tags, but everyone knew exactly who it was aimed at. Aries Spears. It was vintage 50 Cent. Petty, smooth, and lethal. He didn't even need to say Aries' name to make the message sting. Just one caption. Check my temperature.
Ice Cube was on when I'm just watching. Music. All of it.
Movies, all of it.
Yeah. I never really seen Ice Cube in films that weren't his. You know, like he kind of produced the vehicle that he was in. And it wasn't like he was just being an actor in someone else's film.
I'm ice cold. The hood left the left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral. Might even get you a love contract. Man, that was icy. Fans lost their minds. The comments went crazy, calling it the most polite assassination ever, and you could tell Aries felt it. He jumped back online for yet another emotional rant, still salty about Cube clowning him earlier, but instead of keeping it real, he tried to play both sides. One minute he's saying, I respect Ice Cube as a man, and the next, he's claiming Cube's never done anything impressive. Like, bro, pick a lane. At that point, Aries wasn't just digging a hole, he was building a whole career graveyard for himself. And the wildest part? He didn't even see it happening.
I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that.
He still didn't realize he'd just triggered two of the most ruthless men in entertainment, Ice Cube and 50 Cent, and that wasn't opinion. That was straight contradiction. Fans called it out instantly. Social media tore Aries apart, not because he had an opinion, but because he couldn't stand on it. One minute he's throwing shots, the next he's playing the victim when people clap back. One fan summed it up perfectly. You can't talk slick and cry when somebody fires back, another wrote. You got the right to your opinion. But after that corny skit, you're not valid. Ice Cube's a made man, brutal but accurate. And that's when things got ugly. Because now, the backlash wasn't just about Cube or 50 anymore. It reopened the darkest chapter of Aries' past, the scandal from 2022. That nearly ended his career for good. Let's rewind the tape.
Somebody sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it both ways.
Back in 2022, Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears got hit with a lawsuit that left everyone stunned. The accusations were beyond disturbing. It all centered around a sketch where a child was left alone with an older character played by Aries, and everything about it felt wrong. The tone, the setup, nothing came off as comedy. It wasn't edgy. It was just uncomfortable. The moment that clip resurfaced online, chaos erupted. Twitter exploded, and even the Shade Room picked it up, and when it lands there, you know it's bad. The backlash was brutal, non-stop outrage, non-stop disgust. Even after the case was settled and the footage vanished, the damage to Aries' image never healed. That stain stuck like glue. People might have moved on, but they sure didn't forget. And what did Aries do next? Instead of regrouping, he pulled out the same tired playbook, ranting about being blackballed, blaming Hollywood, even comparing himself to Kevin Hart like they were equals, but fans weren't buying it anymore. They saw right through the victim act. He wasn't grinding, he was complaining. And by then, it had become a pattern.
And for the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers. So hats off to him. Said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something as though I don't have love for anything.
And for the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect what he's built, what he's brought to the culture. He's a pioneer. So hats off to him. All I said was, I'm not a fan of his artistry. I never disrespected him as a man, never attacked his character. I just said I wasn't into his work. Why can't I feel that way? Why is that not allowed? That's how Aries tried to explain it, but by then, nobody was listening. He wasn't trending for his comedy anymore. He was trending for chaos. No hit shows, no sold-out tours, no major specials, just viral rants, messy interviews, and throwback scandals. He wasn't chasing greatness. He was chasing attention. And behind the scenes, the whispers got louder. Former castmates and co-workers called him out, said he was difficult, ego-driven, always hogging the spotlight, never letting anyone else shine. That me energy followed him everywhere. And it burned bridges faster than fame could build them. So when the Ice Cube and 50 Cent drama hit, it wasn't just about one opinion anymore. It was about years of bad energy finally catching up.
What's the equation will never be satisfied. Why? Because some other will come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And then some other will come around and have as talented as you, or possibly more, and then you're going to get upset because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want,
wait a minute,
but not what's in your present space.
Yeah, Aries Spears got skills, no doubt. He can flip voices, mimic legends, and crack clever jokes. But here's the truth. He never had that moment. That one breakout that defines a generation. That Chappelle-level rise that turns a comedian into a movement. And when that moment never comes, something happens. That hunger turns to bitterness. It starts leaking through your jokes, your interviews, your tone. It's like watching talent slowly rot from the inside out. Now let's keep it all the way real. This whole mess blew up because Aries didn't just diss any rapper. He went after Ice Cube got, and Cube ain't no regular dude. He's a cultural cornerstone, one of the architects of West Coast. Hip-hop. Let single quotes S break it down. No Vaseline. Top 3 diss tracks ever. No debate. Friday? Not just a movie, but a cultural reset. A comedy that defined an era, birthed a franchise, and gave hip-hop a voice in Hollywood that still echoes today. And then there's the Big Three League proof that Cube's vision didn't stop with music or movies. He built an empire that turned retired ballers into brand new stars. That's not just fame. That's legacy. That's impact. That's Ice Cube.
Did you call me?
Oh yes, Uncle Pete. Can you watch TJ for me? I need to run to the I gotta run some errands. I need to go to the cleaners, and I should be coming back. Okay?
All right, baby.
Thank you.
That's a whole professional basketball league built from the ground up. Now backed by real NBA legends and major investors. That's not clout. That's power. And before all that, Cube was ghostwriting for Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and MC Ren, a teenager helping blueprint the entire West Coast sound. Decades of dominance, written in ink, beats, and legacy. Now line that up next to Aries Spears. What are we really looking at? A few MAD TV impressions, a couple decent stand-up specials, and a timeline full of viral clips, mostly him ranting, complaining, or throwing shade at legends. No timeless classics. No cultural footprint. Just controversy, frustration, and a career more fueled by chaos than comedy. That's exactly why fans stood with Cube instantly. He didn't even have to talk. His resume did the talking louder than any diss track ever could, but then came the twist that sealed the deal. Right after all that drama, Cube dropped a teaser for his upcoming Final Friday movie. And guess whose name was nowhere to be found? You guessed it, Aries Spears. Now, nobody said Aries was even being considered, but the timing? It was too perfect. Fans were convinced Cube had just delivered the quietest, coldest clapback ever. You'll never get cast where it counts. That's a power move. That's Ice Cube. So yeah, Aries finally went viral. But not for his comedy, not for his grind, not for his art. He's trending because 2 certified legends called him a nobody. And the whole internet just nodded in agreement. Make sure you like, share, and drop your thoughts below. What's your take on this wild back and forth? Stay tuned, because what's coming next is even crazier.